Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We're going to be heading into a Pilates class together. So come into your mat. All you need is yourself. We're going to be starting in a child's pose position. And you want your knees to be set a little bit apart and your toes coming together behind you. We're just going to walk the hands forward and relax the forehead down on your mat for a few deep breaths. Focusing on the length of the spine and the weight of the pelvis. And then we're going to be rolling on up. And it's like you're heading into cat back, so you're going to be rounded. And you're going to come as far forward as you can, so you'll end up with your shoulders over your wrists and your pelvis kind of heading down to the ground. And then we're going to be pulling back through the tail, and you'll notice there's quite an arch in the low back there. And you'll relax back into your child's pose. And then you'll round up again. So rounding, coming forward over your hands, and then the tail is going to lead you back. Rounding up, coming forward, tail leads. Now we're going to reverse that. We're going to engage our core though as we slide forward, and it's like the elbows are going to stay down as long as they can until they start to lift. And this is a strength push up, and then you're going to come back. Core stays tight the whole time on this one. So it's like you're coming to your elbows until they can't stay down anymore. Coming on up and heading back. Another way to think of this is like a little half push-up. Up and back. Last one. Coming forward. When they can't stay down any longer, you press up and back. Rounding up and coming into tabletop. Nice wide fingers, knees underneath the hips, long spine. Now in Pilates, our cat-cow is more focused on trying to make the parts of our back do what they don't want to do. So on your low back, you'll find that it arches really easily. When we come into our cat, you want to think that you're just rounding through your mid-back, your low back, but not so much through the upper. And then lengthening the spine out, getting as long as you can from the tail to the head. And then on your cow back, your arch, we're trying to arch in the upper back. So not so much in that low back area. And then lengthen back out, and we'll do that again. So we're trying to round through the low back. Long spine, and then trying to arch your upper back. And then long spine. We're going to be coming down onto our elbows, interlacing our fingers and allowing our thumbs to touch. We're going to do the same thing here. Round through your low back. Lengthen out. And then try to find your sternum instead of arching the upper back. That thought doesn't really work for my body. I like to think I'm trying to reach my sternum, my breastbone, forward over my fingertips. And then re-engage the core and tuck the toes. And we're coming into dolphin. So we're taking some weight into those elbows. I like to kind of walk it out like you would a down dog here. Just opening up the back of the legs, especially if you're just waking up. And then we're all going to walk our feet together. We're going to come up onto our tippy toes, and then we're going to reach our heels long. So it's just a calf raise. Up onto the tippy toes, and then reach the calves long. Up onto the tippy toes, and then reach the calves long. Come up onto the toes, look forward in front of your hands. You're going to be bringing your chin forward. If you can, you're going to tap it all the way down to the mat and then press your way back up. all the way down to the mat if you can and press on up. Modifications for this would be walking the feet back and coming into a plank position, or even dropping your knees and getting that shoulder movement here. We're just gonna do 2 more, your level. Last one. Drop the knees down. We're gonna be walking those knees together, rounding the low back. We're gonna be lifting up that right leg and taking big full circles with it. So getting mobility through the hip. And reverse the circle. And then the other leg. Big circle. And the other direction. And pressing up onto our hands tabletop. Now we're going to practice coming in and out of our plank. So in our tabletop, your body is perfectly set up for your plank. You don't have to move anything. Pelvis doesn't have to go up or down. All you have to do is just extend one leg out, check in, make sure nothing's moved, and then without moving, lifting or dropping your pelvis, you just extend the other leg out. And then we're going to bring in the first leg, and then drop the second leg down, and that's when you'll notice if you lift it up away from the ground with your pelvis. We're going to start with the other leg. So you're going to lengthen out, make sure nothing moves, add the second leg, and dropping one knee down, and then the other. One more time each side. Lengthen, extend, lower, and table. Last time, lengthen, extend, lower, and table. Tuck both toes, extend both legs. Lengthen and tap. Lengthen and tap. Lengthen and tap. Lengthen and tap. 4 more. 4 and tap. 3 and tap. 2 and tap. 1. Hover the knees so they're off the ground here. We're going to be taking the booty back, weight forward, booty back, pounce forward, booty back, pounce forward, booty back, pounce forward for 4 and 4, 3 and forward, 2 and forward, 1. Take it forward, step your right leg out to the outside of your right hand. Take it back, beast. Left leg out to the side of your left hand. And beast. Right leg, right. Step the left leg forward. Left. Step it back, right. And beast. It's left. Step right. And left. And beast. Last time, right. And left. And right. And beast. Step it forward, left, right, and hold here. Nice and low. If you can head into your full malasana, you're actually dropping the pelvis down. If you need to come up a little bit higher, come into like more of a supported second here. That's your option. A little bit of a twist here, reaching one arm up. Make sure you're engaging your core and keeping your knees open. And then we're gonna head to the other side. Back through center, find your strength here, hands to heart, whichever height you're at. A little bit of leg burn here, and then we're heading to the mat. Big deep breath, 3, 2, and 1. We're bringing your hands behind us and coming to a seated position. I like to be pretty far forward towards the top of my mat. Knees bent, about sits bone distance apart. Hands are going to be reaching forward in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall here, palms facing one another to begin. We're going to be rolling ourselves down, engaging the core, really scooping until you tap your low back. And then we're going to roll back up again. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. They can't help you here. And rolling down. What's going to help you is your core. Then if you need a little bit more of initiation, you can really reach through those fingertips forward. Not up, reach forward. And rolling down. Rolling up. Finding a nice long spine at the top. And then rolling down. We're going to hold here. We're going to be flipping our palms down to face the mat. Tabletop one leg, tabletop the other. We're going to be lengthening our legs or keeping them bent. Your level here for your 100. You inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3. Halfway. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Knees into table. Dropping one leg down and then the other. Rolling all the way down to your mat. So we're going to be lengthening our legs long. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, chest lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Keep your core tight. Exhale, chest lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Arms up overhead, inhale. Keep the core tight, don't arch your back here. Exhale, hold. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, big sunrise arms today. Up, out and around. And then scoop to roll back down. Arms up overhead. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, roll down. Arms overhead. Inhale, take a lift. Exhale, roll her up. And then big sweep. We're going to be coming into saw position. So the legs are going to go nice and wide, about mat width. Flexing the feet. Nice long straight legs. The arms are going to start out in a T position. We're going to come into an L shape. So you're twisting towards your leg. And then you're going to dive forward. Your arm is going to slice past your pinky toe. And you're going to internally rotate the back arm so the palm's facing the ground. You're going to be coming back up into your L shape. Opening your arm out and then coming through center. There's a lot of steps in saw. So you just twist in the other direction. Reach past the pinky toe. Coming back up into your L shape. And then you open your arm to be in line with your collarbone. And then you untwist. So body awareness, especially trying to find that collarbone T position. So you twist. You reach. You lift. And open. Twist. And reach. Up. And open. Twist. And reach. Up. And open. Twist. and reach, and up, and open. Arms come together overhead, legs come together in front of you. Dive over those legs, take a big deep breath. One more here, making sure your shoulders away from your ears. Rolling that up, sliding to the front of your mat, rolling like a ball. Hands are going to come onto your shins. The legs come together, so squeeze them together, scoop out your core, keep the shoulders down, biceps doing the work here as they hold you into place. You don't want to come in and out of this ball and have movement. It's going to be harder to find a balance. So make sure once you find the tightest ball that you can, you roll onto your shoulders and roll onto your seat. Roll onto your shoulders and roll onto your seat. Finding a balance in each position. Nice rounded spine, making sure that nothing's flat, so you're not just landing on your back. That you really feel like you're able to roll. Do one more. And then we come down with control. So you're rolling, hands are going to stay out on your shins. Tap that low back. Legs in tabletop position. So if you're finding your knees are really close into your chest, I want you to press them away from you now. And you'll notice it actually pulls on those hands and it lifts you higher into your C curve. Now, double leg stretch. You're going to reach them long. Scoop and circle, hands come back on top of the shins. Every time you're here, you can add a little bit of a pressure to lift you higher. Now try to stay that high as you reach and circle. Stay up. Two more. Last one. Both hands are going to be coming onto the right shin as you extend your left leg long. You'll notice this leg isn't dropping down to the ground, staying right in line with my other foot. And then you switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. So depending on different schools, your hands will be in different places. I like to take one hand down and try to tap my ankle. It really forces me to try to have to sit up without bringing my knee into my chest. Legs only come to table. Stay up nice and high. Inhale, switch. Exhale, reach. I know you're burning. We got to do crisscross. Hands behind the head. You criss and cross. So you got to stay lifted here. Don't let your pelvis sway from side to side. The legs stay doing what they were doing. So don't let your long leg drop down to the ground. And don't let your knee drive into your elbows. You only come to tabletop. Switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. For 4. For 3. You got this. For 2. And 1. Come to tabletop. Chest lifted. Lower your chest. Hands down by the side of your pelvis. One leg and then the other. Heels sit bone distance apart. We've got our pelvic curl. You scoop and reach those knees away. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lowering one vertebrae at a time. And releasing to a neutral. Scoop and lift. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling, rolling on down. And relaxing to neutral. Exhale. Inhale at the top. Exhaling, lowering on down. We're going to practice our little water droplets here. So the image I like to use is that your pelvis is filled with water. So it's a big basin filled with water. And I want you to pour the water out past your right hip bone. And then bring the water back to center. And then I want you to pour it out past your left hip bone. And come to center. Let's do that again. Pour the water out past your right hip bone to center, and then pour the water out past the left hip bone. And back to center. Now we're going to change the initiation. So what I want you to think is all you're going to do is try to reach your left knee further away. So you're trying to reach your left knee, and you'll notice your pelvis will skew back through center. And then I want you to reach your right knee away. And back through center. We're going to do this again. Reach the left knee away. And center. And then your right knee away. And center. Now scoop and curl, lift into your pelvic curl. Now we're going to dump some water out. So I want you to dump the water out past the right hip. And lift it back up again. Dump past the left. And up. Dump. And lift. Dump. And lift. Dump. Lift. Dump. And lift. Dump. And lift. Dump. Now we're just going to reach our knees. You're going to reach the left knee. Center. Reach the right knee. Center. Reach the left knee. Center. So hopefully this is showing you that initiation, it might still look kind of the same, right? One hip's dropping, the other's lifting higher. But it's all about how it feels. That initiation can change so much of the muscles that are being asked to either stretch or work. One more each side. Now I'm going to have you take yourself into an arch. So I actually want you to lift your pelvis up as high as you can. Really squeezing the back body, really using those muscles. Lift, lift, lift. And then rolling on down nice and slow. Legs are going to be extending long. Arms are going to be reaching up into the sky to begin. Take an in-breath. Exhale, chest lift. Lift your torso up. Engage your core. And release yourself down. We're going to do that again. Inhale. Exhale, chest lift. So with those arms being up overhead, I'm really asking your core to turn on here because there's a lot more weight up above you. And lower yourself down. Now I want you to find a nice tight core. If you need to bring your hands down by your pelvis here, you can. Arms up overhead just makes it a little bit more difficult. So making sure that belly button's tight. No excessive arching in the low back. Lift your right leg off the ground a few inches and you're going to hold. Breathe. And lower the leg and then you're going to switch sides. We are ready for our roll over. So the hands are going to come by the side of the pelvis. You can bend in one knee at a time. Tabletop and tabletop. Lengthen the legs up and overhead. From here, they come to a 45-degree angle. So you're reaching them away. This is why our core needed to be engaged, making sure we're not excessively arching through that low back. Use your core to bring them back up to 90. Re-engage that core deep, deep, deep to roll yourself up. Flex your feet, separate your legs, and plant them down. Rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Circling those legs and then rejoin that 45-degree angle, toes pointed. Back up to 90. You roll. Deep engagement through the core here. Flex the feet, separate them out, plant them down. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Circle sweep. And squeeze them together. Up over top. You're gonna be going all the way over. Flex the feet, open them up. We're gonna drop them down and hold here for breath. So we practiced our excessive arching and our pelvic curl position. We're gonna be coming into a position kind of like that, except for on our hands. So if you need to, you can just roll all the way down to the ground and do this with your bottom placed on the mat. Or if you'd like to place it up on a book, if you've got a yoga block, that can work too. We're gonna be bringing our hands to our low back. So the elbows will be bent, hands on low back. You're gonna be bringing one knee in and then the other. So you're in a tight little egg-shaped position. And you're just going to relax your pelvis back into your hands. So now my hands have the weight of my pelvis and be extending the legs up into the sky. We're just gonna be making martini glasses today. So make a martini glass, pulse. Make a martini glass, pulse. So I say martini glass because you don't want to dump your vodka, your gin, whatever you drinking, your kombucha, out past your head. You want to keep it in the glass. Keep it in the glass. Keep it in the glass. Last one. Keep it in the glass. Come back to your center. Take your toes back up overhead. Release the arms down. And roll down one vertebrae at a time. Tabletop your legs. Dropping one and then the other. We're going to be rolling over onto our side. Nice long legs here, setting up our elbow. We don't want it to be underneath us. You want it to be a little bit further out away from you so that you can really roll your shoulder down and back. Lats are engaged. Don't let yourself collapse. So press yourself up. Fingertips tap the back of the head. We're finding stability. Pelvis is stacked, one hip right on top of the other. Lift the top leg just a little bit. You're gonna be taking 2 pulses forward with a flexed foot and then 2 pulses back with a pointed toe. What we're trying to do is make sure that we're not rocking our torso to make that leg move. This is all about stability. So you can engage that core. And you can start small here. Don't be afraid to start small. We want to get ourselves balanced first, making sure that we are creating correct patternings of our body, and then you can start to go bigger. So all those little tiny muscles in your body get stronger. If you like to include your breath, it's an exhale and an inhale. Last one. We're going to be rolling over onto our bellies. Elbows are going to be underneath the shoulders. We're coming into single leg kick. So elbows are pressed, shoulders are rolled down, core is pulled in. Once again, not collapsing. Everything's really working. Lift the legs long behind you. You're going to be kicking your butt and then switching to the other leg. Kick, 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 kick. Focus on, once you've kicked your butt, reaching the leg as long as you can so that we get that long leg, kneecap lifted, beautiful line. Knees never touch the ground. Keep them lifted. Nice and high. Core pulled in tight. Your back's not doing the work. Hamstrings and glutes. Three, 2, 1. Lengthen both legs long. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Squeeze them together, lift them up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and child's pose, rest position. Take yourself back and take a breath. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Be sweeping ourselves over to the other side. So we're gonna get ourselves stacked. Elbow just a little bit away from us, nice long legs. Stacking one hip right on top of the other. Making sure that there's no collapsing through the shoulder and the side body. And then we're gonna be lifting that top leg just a tiny little bit. Flexing as it goes forward, pointing as it goes back. Exhale, inhale. Minimizing the rocking. That shoulder's rolling back and down, keeping you strong. Obliques pulling in. Lower side of the body lifting away from the mat. Do 2 more. Last one. Coming back through center, we'll come down onto our bellies, coming into our double leg kick this time. So we're going to be starting with our hands interlaced behind our head. You can just look towards me, whichever side that is for you. Elbows are going to relax down onto the mat here. In between each set, you want to make sure those elbows come back down so that we don't stay lifted the whole time. Lift the legs off the ground. You do that by reaching them further away from you, not just by initiating the up, but actually reaching them out and up to create the length. Beautiful. Kick your butt 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Reach your knuckles down to your knees as you straighten your legs. Lift your chest up. And then we'll switch sides. So you look away from me, knees stay lifted. Kick 3, 2, 1, lengthen, lift. And back. 3, 2, 1, lengthen, lift. And over. 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 We're going to be relaxing the legs down, reaching our arms out in front of us. Forehead or chin comes to the mat to begin. We're going to be swimming. So eyes lift up just a little bit. Lift up your right arm and your left leg to start, and then we're going to switch sides. So left leg, right arm, and then right arm, left leg. I said that wrong. Can't even say it right. Right arm, left leg, and then left arm, right leg. Whee! And then switch. So starting slow. And switch. And switch. And switch. Keep the lines long, reaching far away. We're going to speed up. Switch, 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 switch. Speed it up. We've got swim, 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 swim. Keep swimming. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. You get to take a child's position, a rest position, and a few deep breaths. Got one last little finisher section here. Coming up onto those hands. Quadruped or tabletop position. You'll be extending one leg back and the other leg back into your plank. You're going to be coming up into your down dog, your up stretch, and then coming back into your plank. So it's just like an elevated dolphin. Coming up and then heading forward. Getting some mobility through those shoulders. Coming on up. And the plank. And then coming on up. And plank. Lifting up one arm to face me. Side. And plant. And then other side. And plant. Switch. Side. And plant. Side. And plant. Now you're going to face me. If you need to, you're going to drop the bottom knee down to the ground. We're going to be lifting the pelvis up higher as we reach our arm up overhead. And then finding our center position. Eyes look down to the bottom hand. And center position. Eyes. And center. Reach. And center. We're going to switch to the other side. So plant. And flip. You lift and look. Lower, straight. Lift and look. Lower. Lift and look. And lower. Lift and look. And lower. Come through center. You're going to be dropping to your elbows. And then pressing back up again. Switching arms down and up. So same thing here. If you need to come to your knees, please do. But knowing that this is your last thing that you've got to do. We're burning out that shoulders, working that core, and up, down, and up, down, and up. One more each side, and up. Last one, down, and up. Drop the knees. Take a rest. Deep breath. Right arm is going to scoop underneath as you take your twist. Reaching it forward and switching to the other side. Reaching it forward. One last deep breath. Full inhale. On the exhale, pull in the core and roll on. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. And then relax them down. Reach. Lengthen. And then find the opposition of that. Relax. And then reach and lengthen. This time open those arms. Big full arms. Reach them away from you. Open up the chest. Bring the hands down onto the knees. Close the eyes. Come back to the breath. Find an ease in the shoulders. Strength through the spine, but a softness of everything else. Thank you to everyone who has come in and joined me for this video today. Sending you love and light. I'll see you soon. Bye.